What's up, Canada? It's your boy Carlos, and I'm super stoked to be hosting this national showcase and award ceremony with my good friend Andy. Andy? Andy, are you there? Sorry about this, folks. He must be having technical difficulties. Either way, we should probably get started. Welcome, everyone, to the first ever My Money, My Future Canadian Financial Education Challenge virtual awards show. I'm Carlos Bustamante, and I'm so happy to be your host for the next hour as we highlight the remarkable creativity of Canadian students. Yo, Andy, your mic's on. You need to turn your camera on.
Oh, hey Carlos, how's it going, man? Hey, I'm just eating this delicious egg salad sandwich, as one does, you know. What you been up to? What's happening?
Yeah, we're supposed to be hosting the My Money, My Future Awards today, remember?
Yeah, no, I totally remember. It's on my calendar and everything, but that's not till like noon.
Andy, it is noon.
Noon?
Yes!
Noon Eastern Standard Time or like one of the other ones? Because there's like 5 time zones in Canada, you know?
Yeah, Andy, it's time to start the show.
Oh, okay, give me 1 sec. Hello everyone and welcome to the very first My Money, My Future Canadian Financial Education Challenge virtual award show. I'm Andy Chapman and it's my pleasure to be your host for the next hour as we highlight some remarkable students from all over Canada.
Andy, we did this part already. Andy, we did
that's
this
why it sounded
already.
familiar.
We gotta skip ahead, yeah.
I totally understand. Skip it. It is now time to announce the winners of the My Money, My Future Canadian Financial Education Challenge.
Andy, too far. Gotta go back a little bit, okay? We're gonna try and get this back on track. Why don't you go ahead and introduce today's event and explain what it is we're doing here? It's on the papers in front of you.
Oh, these! Oh, that's why the mailman gave CIBC and the Canadian Foundation for Economic Education, aka CFE, challenge students from across the country to come up with creative ideas to help them and their friends better understand money. Hey, speaking of money, you know, we are giving away over $17,000 over the next hour, and that actually sounds pretty good. Can I get in on this? Like, can I make a submission? I mean, through the powers of the internet, I could get it to you pretty quick.
Jeffrey, no, it's too late. And besides, you're way too old. The contestants are high school students who have worked for countless hours on their ideas, and today we're going to be showcasing the best submissions from across the country. So here's how this is going to work. During today's awards show, we'll be seeing the top submissions from 9 different provinces. And we know you've all been cooped up at home for a long time. So we're going to take you on a little trip as we jump all over the map.
All right, well, where are we going?
Yeah, well, before we hit the road, there are a couple of people who wanted to say a few words to help us open up today's event. First up, let's hear from Laura Dettori, Group Head, Personal and Business Banking at CIBC. Hey, Laura.
All right, thanks, Carlos, and welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's awards ceremony. I'm so excited to celebrate your incredible work today. It's fair to say we're running out of words to adequately describe just how challenging this past year has been. Our students, our educators, parents have all had a special appreciation of how difficult all of this has been. And that's part of the reason why we created My Money, My Future. We wanted to give students a fun outlet for creating a one-of-a-kind learning experience about money and finances. And more than that, we've all seen how quickly the world can change, and we wanted to help increase awareness that managing money and being financially prepared can make a big difference. We were overwhelmed with the diverse talent and creativity that came across in so many projects. Across the country, more than 3,000 students took up the challenge and created amazing resources like websites, apps, videos, games, songs, and so much more. And so after some really tough deliberations, all of those submissions were narrowed down to the top 10, which we're excited to start exploring right now. You created great learning resources, which no doubt will help students learn more about money and finances. And good luck to all the finalists. Have fun. And thanks again to everyone who participated.
Thanks, Laura. Now let's welcome the president of the Canadian Foundation for Economic Education, Gary Ravior.
Thank you, Andy. My name is Gary Rabior, and I'm president of the Canadian Foundation for Economic Education, and we were delighted to partner with CIBC on the My Money, My Future Challenge. I'd like to extend our thanks to CIBC for making this program possible. It's for their efforts and support like theirs that help us to improve the financial literacy of young people across Canada. I would also like to thank the judges, the many judges who helped us narrow down a very tough job into the final 10 that you're seeing today. We had judges participate from coast to coast in helping us to narrow it down, and we really appreciate their efforts. I'd also like to thank the teachers, some of whom are watching here today, for their help in getting information to students, encouraging them to participate, and helping them with the creativity that was demonstrated in the projects that they produced. I would like to thank parents in many cases who got involved too in these COVID times where students were involved in at-home and distance learning, and they played a role in helping to encourage their children to participate and to come up with the incredible work that they did. Most importantly, I would like to thank the youth, the many youth from across this country who took up the challenge in these challenging times and demonstrated their creativity in producing the kind of projects that they did that have inspired us to do more in what we do. The Canadian Foundation for Economic Education has worked for a number of years and will continue to work to try and improve the financial literacy of youth, and it's not an easy job. But you've made our job somewhat easier with the incredible resources that you've produced through this program. We'll be delighted to showcase them on a new website and make them available to parents, teachers, and youth to teach and learn about financial literacy. It will be a real added plus to the work that we're trying to do. So our thanks again to CIBC, to all of you who participated. I wish those who are in the final 10 good luck today, and I hope all of you who have taken the time to join us today, and I thank you for that, will enjoy the show. So, all that said, back to you, Carlos and Andy.
A few days ago, all the finalists you're about to see had the opportunity to present their ideas via Zoom to our esteemed panel of judges. Let's say hi to the judges.
Okay, last thing before we get to the showcase, it's not just the contestants who might be walking away with some today. We may have some surprises coming your way. Plus, we want everyone who's tuning in to take part, so make sure you comment throughout and let us know where you're watching from. In addition to all that, we've got a little financial challenge of our own for you. Now, I'm assuming you've all played Kahoot in class before. Well, now it's time for you to flex your money muscles. We've put together a game that you can play throughout the show. So if you want to play along, grab your phone and follow the instructions on the screen.
All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Our first stop is all the way to the Atlantic coast of Newfoundland and Labrador, famous for its land. No, I can't remember. It's good. No, it is famous for lots of things, like icebergs, a Jig's dinner, and Great Big Sea. No, the other one. Yeah, fantastic. All right, so why don't we check in with one of our finalists all the way from Newfoundland, Rachel. That's right, Rachel has created a website called School Makes Sense. That's sense with a C. I like what you did there, Rachel. It's packed with information about expenses, finding money for school, creating a work-school balance, and making a budget. Then, once you think you've got enough sense, you can test your knowledge by playing a Kahoot game, and she's even created a virtual escape room. Here's what Rachel shared with our judges about her presentation.
When I was 8, my parents got me a financial kit for kids. It came with 4 piggy banks, where you divide your money for spending, saving, sharing, and schooling. It also came with a book that described why it was important to categorize your money and how you can do it effectively. I was fortunate to be exposed to financial knowledge from a young age, and I believe I ultimately made this project to share what I have learned and am still learning with others. Using School Makes Sense, students will be able to learn about financial literacy from an early age. This will allow students to better manage and understand their money, which is one of the best ways to achieve future success. On my website, students learn how to budget, how to be a smart spender, and the basics of savings accounts. All of these skills help students understand the importance of financial well-being, and the games embedded on my website are not only engaging, but easy to navigate for students and teachers alike. My project ensures that the adults of tomorrow will feel confident, comfortable, and responsible with money.
Nice work, Newfoundland and Labrador. Now it's time to jump across to the Pacific Coast to meet our finalists from beautiful British Columbia. And I love the West Coast. And of course, BC is famous for natural beauty, like in its mountains, ocean, and Ryans. Now let's take a look at the submission from our BC finalist, Indiana. Get this, Indy has created an entire 5-week business course, including slideshows, worksheets, and detailed curriculum with teaching instructions. Her course arms students with the understanding of different aspects of business, helps them with creating a fully formed business plan, and teaches students how to master the art of the pitch. Let's hear what Indy had to say about her course when she presented to the judges.
When I was in the 5th grade, I founded my business, One World Card Co., and I still run it today. Over the years, we have raised over $3,000 for Rwandan schools, empowering students both locally and internationally. Everything that I've learned about business, advertising, sales, budgeting, I've taught myself. The school behind me, Alex Hope Elementary, is where I began my business 7 years ago. Now, it's where I hold my yearly children's art contest to determine that season's card designs. And this fall, Alex Hope Elementary is where I'm going to encourage young students aged 10 to 13 to explore their entrepreneurial sides as I teach my course, Business for Change. This 5-week course encapsulates all that I've learned and teaches youth how to run a business that addresses a community need. It teaches things like aid and revenue versus profit, as well as customer demographics and advertising, allowing students to maximize their proceeds and thus their donation. I think it's extremely important that students learn to be financially literate so they can not only help themselves, but help others as well. As I pass down this knowledge to students, I hope they will take what they have learned and teach others, creating a chain reaction.
Hey, Carlos, is there like a lunch break in this show? You know, because I haven't had lunch yet.
Andy, weren't you just eating a sandwich like 5 minutes ago? The egg salad sandwich.
Yeah, but that didn't count. That was like for 11sies, man. You know, it had egg in it. Hello. Look, seriously, I'm starving.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing then that we've got the hookup. I'm hitting send on an email right now and shipping 100 free pizzas across the country to people who are tuning in. How about that? Also, I really want to know, what do you think about putting pineapple on your pizza? Weigh in on this hot topic in the comments. But please, be civil.
Before we continue on our journey, we've got someone who wanted to share a few words with you.
Hi everyone, this is Zach Cassian here from the Edmonton Oilers. Hope all is well. I just wanted to first off wish everyone all the best and good luck in the financial literacy challenge. As a pro hockey player, I know the importance of managing your money at a young age. The resources you created could have been a big help, and I'm sure it'll make a difference with your peers. Congratulations on all your hard work. Take care and good luck, guys.
Let's continue on our cross-country journey, shall we?
Andy, you said you'd take the garbage out.
I'm on a video call. I told you about this. Sorry, just one second.
Anybody? Hey, sorry about that, folks. We're going to continue our cross-country tour. Our next stop on the map is Saskatchewan. Now, Saskatchewan is famous for the Rough Riders, bunny hugs, and being able to watch your dog run away for like 3 days straight. Anyway, let's check out the entry from our Saskatchewan finalists, Grace, Memphis, Josh, and Lauren. This group of creative students put together some fun videos where they make topics like investments and understanding credit easy to understand. Oh, and did I mention, they created a fully choreographed music video. Seriously. Now let's hear what they shared with the judges about their submission.
Hello, I'm Memphis.
My name is Josh.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Grace.
At the beginning of the pandemic, our accounting class made a music video to the Debit Credit Theory song by Colin Dodds. We had a great time doing this and knew our experiences would help if we chose to do a visual format. We chose the format because we were creative and our targeted audience of youth tend to gravitate more to visual and social media formats. The staff at our school are planning to use our videos to educate future classes for financial literacy.
We came up with our credit card commercial and music video about investments by creating a list of topics that we wanted to know more about and thought would be beneficial to our futures. We narrowed down the topics to what we thought teens are taught the least about and what topics could be combined. We chose topics that we were all interested in so we could be more inspired throughout our work.
Personally, we know that videos and songs are more captivating and easier to remember than posters and static objects. Many university students fall victim to credit card debt. students are not taught about credit cards in 95% of classes in the province and country. When we met with CIBC for a class presentation, they mentioned that students are more likely to fall victim to credit card debt. Our commercial can help our peers learn to use a credit card more wisely so that in the future they can get a house or a boat with good credit score. We would like to help raise awareness for future generations so that they can avoid making the common mistakes. The average credit card debt amongst Canadians in 2019 was $4,240.
Investing young builds good habits for life. It prepares for retirement, making financial decisions, and more in the future. We are told what is good and what is bad, but we don't know why that is. We strive to explain why things are like this. For example, many of us know about compound interest being good, but we don't know what that means or why it is important. In our wrap video, we teach about more options for investing, like low risk, high risk bonds, etc. Investing is extremely trendy as a way to save for children's education, big purchases, and retirement. This helps our peers and families have more open discussions about finances.
Eyes the buy, am I right? Huh? Did I say that right? Well, let's see what our friends in Nova Scotia are bringing to today's competition. Nova Scotia is known as Canada's ocean playground and is famous for lobster, Sydney, and Sydney. Oh, and my favorite, Donairs. Or even better, Sydney Donairs. Let's have a look at the submissions from our Nova Scotia finalist Hannah, shall we? I love this one. Hannah created a board game called Budget Box. As players progress through various life milestones, they're given helpful tips and financial advice. The game's avatars Buck, Bill, and Fortune help players make decisions and navigate through the game. Here's what Hannah told the judges about Budget Box.
The purpose of Budget Box was to create an interactive and competitive way for youth to learn different financial concepts. I really wanted to focus this around having fun and making players and youth enthusiastic to learn about financial literacy and improve their financial literacy as well. The concept of the game came fairly quickly to me. I grew up loving to play board games with my family and friends, specifically things like Payday and Monopoly, and that was really just the inspiration for this game. And to make it really fun, I think I retained the most information when I was enjoying myself, and I think that goes for most people. When they're interested in a subject, they're going to learn more about that subject and retain more from that subject. So I think that's a really important thing that I thought about while making this project. I also think it's a really good opportunity for me to play with my little cousins and teach them about financial literacy while also having those fun memories with them. So I think this was a really cool opportunity to do something like that.
Wow, I am blown away of how awesome these ideas are. I mean, seriously, there's some great contenders here.
Andy, you're a cat.
What?
You have a filter turned on.
Oh. Can you hear me, Carlos?
No, I can hear you. Yeah, you have a filter. Just check your video settings.
Okay, let me try to figure this out. I am prepared to move forward. I mean, I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Listen, we like cats. Anyway, don't forget, if you haven't already, jump on our Kahoot game and test your knowledge. Alright, moving right along, we've headed back west to Wild Rose Country to see what our friends in Alberta are cooking up. Alberta is of course famous for dinosaurs, the Rockies, the Stampede, and we also have Alberta to thank for Nickelback. But enough about that, let's take a look at the submission from our Alberta finalist, Caden. Now this one's really cool. Caden created a fully interactive PowerPoint that helps students understand the ins and outs of bank accounts and investments through animation and helpful information. It even has a choose your own adventure game to help you understand how you can build up your wealth over time. Now in the future, Caden sees this PowerPoint turning into an interactive website to reach even more students. Here's what Caden shared with the judges.
Back in the day, I got started in the finance world by running an iced tea stand. Making a whole $22 in a day really sucked me in. Continuing on, I took several finance courses and thought myself pretty proficient in the ways of money. When I heard about this opportunity, I figured I could easily write something up from my vast knowledge on the topic. But it turns out there's so much more to finances than iced tea. My goal from the beginning was to make something interesting, interactive, and informative. So I sent this survey out to all of my friends for the best way to accomplish that. Based on some of the results, I realized that an interactive PowerPoint would be one of the most effective ways to teach. other youth about finances. From the survey, I found that the majority of youth in my friend circle were confused about investing, followed by the many different types of bank accounts. So I focused on these topics. I believe my project will help youth to become more financially aware. And when the financially informed youth are let loose, we will help facilitate the change to create a stronger economy in Canada. Something from my iced tea stand must have stuck, because the idea of starting a business has never left me.
Alright, let's jump back on the map here and then all the way back out east to Nouveau-Brunswick, or New Brunswick, as it's known to its friends. But of course, New Brunswick is also known for its big tides, Donald Sutherland, and being the only province to have both French and English as its official languages. So that's très good. Plus, New Brunswick, come on, is way better than Old Brunswick, right? Hey, why don't we check out a submission from our New Brunswick finalists, Shenyi and Hasty. This duo has created an app to help youth better understand money. This thing is packed with tools from a word bank to budget calculator, daily tips, and an event planner. It even has a social community where users can connect with others to share tips and ask questions. So let's hear what Shenyi and Hasty have to say about their Shasti app. I wonder how they came up with the name for that.
One of teenagers' biggest struggle is managing their money.
As statistics show, only 12% of Canada's youth are financially literate, meaning 88% don't have enough financial knowledge.
That is the primary reason that we thought about making this app.
A compact and easy-to-use app that will help the teenagers to understand the value of money and manage it.
As a teenager, I like to do everything on my phone. Having an app with all the features will really help me. What makes our app totally awesome is that it is specifically designed to assist youth, meaning that everything is matched up with the need of the youth and does not require complex information. Our app is the true meaning of simplicity and efficiency.
This app includes features such as a calendar, event page, word bank, goal setting, budgeting, and a social page for youth to connect with each other and share their experiences.
There are also tips with notifications about financial literacy sent out every day.
Users can also set goals for themselves and see if they have achieved it over time. They can also get reports of their previous months to track their net monthly budget and compare it.
You can check out a guiding video by scanning this QR code.
We're flying through this. We're only a couple minutes away from announcing all of the winners. But before we do, hey Andy, you ever think back to our school days and all the stuff we learned?
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to make a battery out of a potato.
Yeah, I learned how to play hot cross buns on the recorder.
Yeah, I learned about the Pythagorean theorem, which comes in handy daily.
Yeah, hey, I can grow a plant on a wet paper towel.
Yeah, but what did you ever learn about personal finance?
These ideas you're seeing today are so important for the future of our country. And to help advance this cause, I'm sending out 10 copies of the book Talk Money to Me by Canadian best-selling author Kelly Keane right now. Check your email and let us know in the comments if you're one of the lucky recipients.
Hi everyone, it's Sarah Jeffrey here. I just wanted to say congratulations on being in the top 10 finalists for the My Money, My Future challenge. It's so amazing. You should be so proud of yourselves. So keep up the good work. I'm sending you all my love.
All right, everybody, let's keep going. We're going all the way to Manitoba. Manitoba, of course, famous for its polar bears, the Canadian Museum of Human Rights, and everyone's favorite curler, Don DeGuide. What? I have no idea. I googled it. He's like a good curler. He's like, the best curler in Canada. Apparently, national treasure.
Of course, yes. Don DeGuide, yes.
All right, so let's now check in with our Manitoba finalists, Mia and Colin. These two created a website called Common Sense. Sense, like nickel and dimes. I like what you did there, very nice. On the site, you can find tips and tricks on everything from setting up a bank account, saving for a big purchase like a car, and making a budget. They put asterisks along words that might not be, the kind of stuff that you're used to seeing every day in conversations. These words are then described in greater detail in their word bank. Man, what another great name. All right, let's see what me and Colin had to say to our judges about their presentation.
Our project consists of a bilingual website named Common Sense and social media accounts that advertise it. Our ultimate goal is to educate youth in the best way possible by considering their habits and interests. The product we've created accomplishes just that by combining the use of the website and the lure of social media. We use platforms such as Instagram and TikTok to reach teens in their comfort zone and encourage them to view our project to enrich their financial literacy. Our website also achieves this attention-grabbing goal, especially its Common Sense page where we use interactive text boxes. We feel that this is better for youth because first off, it's fun to make the text hover and disappear, but more importantly, it makes them want to stay and uncover the next answer. Our statistics confirm that this is in fact the most viewed page. Creating a website also allows us to keep our information current by updating it regularly and using feedback from our viewers to make it even better. This user-friendly communication is granted by our Contact Us page and social media accounts.
Common Sense provides instant feedback on common and important financial questions and topics. A simple click on a link can take anyone directly to all this information without having to take time to download or learn how to use anything. We believe our quick and easy approach makes everyone's learning experience more exciting and responsive. Our website also includes Canada's 2 official languages, French and English. This expands our target audience by making it available to any individuals that speak only one of them. But that's not all. We can add translations for any language in the world, which can constantly increase our number of users. Lastly, Common Sense provides modern-day examples that youth can or will eventually relate to, such as the cost of buying specialty coffee or opening up a bank account. Being as financially fluent as possible by learning about such topics will help just about anyone make the right decisions when it comes to staying on a good financial path.
We're quickly approaching the final presentations, and I can almost feel your anticipation to find out who's walking away with a $10,000 grand prize. Next stop is to visit our friends in Ontario. Of course, Ontario is famous for Niagara Falls, the Rosebud Motel, and being home to the greatest TV host of all time. Yeah, that's the right choice. All right, Ontario, let's see what you're bringing to this competition. Check out this submission from our finalists, Danica and Valentina. Now, this dynamic duo created a board game called Breadwinner. The game helps players understand credit, budgeting, investment, and overall responsibility when it comes to personal finances. They consciously decided to take the game off the screen and instead create a physical board game, knowing how fatigued many of us have become spending so much time in front of a screen. Now, I hear you there. All right, let's hear what Danica and Valentina shared with the judges.
The origin of our idea stemmed from the fact that when I was a kid, it was my childhood dream to be a baker. Yeah, I know it's kinda cliche, but it's actually true. Even when I got my first job, I got hired at a cute little French bakery where I currently work now. Unfortunately, COVID arose and everywhere got shut down except for the bakery, so that was the only place I could go. After 6 months of Groundhog Day, I wanted to find a good use to put my energy. That's when my teacher said,
"Hey Danica and Valentina, have you heard of the My Money, My Future challenge?"
Finally, there is something I can work on. Why not combine my love of sweets and baked goods with the crucial knowledge of financial literacy into a fun game for youth?
Growing up, both Danica and I have been taught finance by our parents. However, the topic just doesn't seem to be very interesting to youth the way that it was for us. Through research, we decided that the best way to teach people in our generation is through something visual and in person. We also decided to avoid technology-based resources as we've been online for school this whole year and we've seen the dreadful effect the screens have had on our minds. We felt that a board game was more fun and interactive and made people feel more connected with those around them. This fun resource would make sure that kids had positive feelings associated with finance and business rather than feelings of stress or anxiety.
After many play tests of our game Breadwinner, we finally landed on the perfect copy. Whilst playing the game, kids will understand a variety of financial topics from investing to budgeting, how important assets are for making money and growing a business, as well as how to deal with and get out of debt.
In addition, we have a financial handbook that goes into further detail about these concepts that kids can read upon or use to get ahead of their friends in the game.
Financial education has been a slept-on topic for many generations. Next year, our grade is going to be graduating and entering the real world. And even with all this excitement, there is a sense of fear. A fear of unpreparedness from not being taught basic and important financial topics that will be the foundations for the rest of our lives. That is why we decided to do this project, to spare the next generation from the mistake of underestimating the power of financial knowledge.
All right, mes amis, we've made it to our final destination, La Belle Province. I am, of course, talking about Quebec. Yes, Quebec, known for its bonhomme carnaval, poutine, and, of course, Canada's queen. So let's see what our Quebec finalists, Lorenzo, Anthony, and Alexandra, have submitted for this year's competition. This trio created a Minecraft village to help explain how the concepts in the game are not that far off from real life. They showcase how villagers who plant their carrots and continue to grow them over time are similar to long-term investments. Anyways, let's see what these guys had to share with our judges about their presentation.
So first of all, we decided to do a YouTube video because it's accessible to everyone. You can watch the video on pretty much every platform, and it doesn't require a lot of effort either.
We believe that the video will help the youth understand how money works because we can compare it to something that pretty much everybody knows what it is. Minecraft is currently the best-selling video game in the world with over 200 million copies sold, so most young people have played it before and it's easy to compare it to real life.
Well, I know we said Quebec was our last stop today, but right now, we need to circle back to Alberta once again. The province so nice, we're visiting twice. You see, in this challenge, there was a wildcard finalist who was selected from one of the regional judging rounds. That wildcard entry happens to be from Daniel, Aurora, Amy, and Andrew. Let's check it out. They've created a life simulator game called Make Gerald Rich. It teaches finance, budgeting, and time management. In this game, each year is 100 seconds. As you advance through the game as Gerald, you're competing for health, happiness, experience, and credit, with the goal to get Gerald $1 million. Let's hear what Daniel, Aurora, Amy, and Andrew shared with our judges.
We had considered games such as a stock simulator or a choose-your-own-adventure game, but in the end we decided on the concept of our game, which is a life simulator, because we wanted to make something that we would enjoy while being applicable to real life.
We had to make something accessible, so we also made built-in tutorials and easy-to-follow walkthroughs. Our game is designed to be user-friendly and self-explanatory by using intricate and well-thought-out system of guides and labels.
The name for our game, Make Gerald Rich, comes from our computer science teacher, Gerald Chung, who helped us through this entire process.
I hope that youth who play our game can genuinely have a bit of fun and also improve their financial knowledge in the process.
Our game will help the youth by teaching them about finance in an engaging way. We designed the game with the audience in mind, making it easy for youth to use by including a tutorial and a walkthrough.
To teach finance, our game consists of useful concepts such as time management, budgeting, and general financial literacy. For example, we have credit, loans, debt, education, and jobs.
But to add fun elements, we included mini games to earn money and the ability to buy clothes and even pets. That way, players can simultaneously have fun while also enjoying a taste of practical finance.
In our game, kids will have access to both a passive learning source, the guide, and an active one, our game. This game forces kids to make crucial financial decisions, improve their time management skills, and stick to a budget. Also, they can learn firsthand what happens when you make bad financial decisions.
Well, friends, the time has come. After months of competition, it's time to crown our winners of the first ever My Money, My Future Canadian Financial Education Challenge. To announce our third place winner, please welcome back the president of CFE, Gary Rabior.
Thanks very much. And I know this is an exciting time and one you've been waiting for, and I'm not going to wait and let you wait much longer. I did want to say, however, that in recognition of the great work done by all of you here today, I know 3 of you will take home top prizes of first, second, and third. But for the 7 others, to each individual or team, we're going to provide $250 as well, just as a recognition of your great work and for you having made it through to the finals. So congratulations to all of you for the wonderful work that you've done. And without further ado then, in beginning our top prize award winners, I'm pleased to announce that in third place, we have Daniel, Aurora, Amy, and Andrew from Alberta for their project Make Gerald Rich. Congratulations to you.
Amazing! Congrats! That is huge! All right, now let's see who's taking home the $5,000 second place prize. Gary, back to you.
I'm also pleased to announce our second place winner, and that would be Rachel from Newfoundland and Labrador for her project School Makes Sense. Rachel, congratulations.
Wow, what an amazing achievement. Nice work, team.
Yeah, hey, Carlos, there was this story I've been meaning to tell you, man. It happened like 8 months ago, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Andy, what are you doing, man? Andy, this is like the biggest moment of the whole show.
Yeah, no, I know, and I've been having a blast, and man, it is great to see you. I just don't want this to end.
I get it, but someone's about to win $10,000, so we don't want to drag this out. Let's get on with the announcement.
Yeah, but speaking of money, though, I found a great way to make money, right? So all you got to do is take this idea and tell 10 friends, right? And they will tell 10 friends.
Andy!
Okay, all right, he's right. It is now time to announce the winners of the very first My Money, My Future National Financial Literacy Challenge.
To announce the first place winners, please welcome Judith Robertson, Commissioner of Financial Consumer Agency of Canada.
Thank you, Carlos. Hello, everyone. Bonjour. I am honored to be here to announce this year's winner of the My Money, My Future Canadian Financial Education Challenge. Let me begin by commending the Canadian Foundation for Economic Education and its partner, CIBC, on this exciting initiative. The Financial Education Challenge has been an excellent opportunity for students to create financial tools and resources for their peers. Et les résultats sont remarquables. We know that financial knowledge and understanding are essential skills for young people, just like reading and writing. Et la compréhension des finances les aidera dans toutes les étapes de leur vie. On behalf of my fellow judges, I congratulate all the students who took part in this challenge. You devoted countless hours, solved problems with real ingenuity, and demonstrated creativity in your submissions. And this was on top of all the challenges you have faced during this very difficult year. À tous les élèves qui ont participé à ce défi, et au nom de tous les juges, je dis bravo. I can assure you that it has not been an easy task to choose a winner, and the close scores reflect the high quality of the finalists. I know I speak for all the judges when I say that you are truly an impressive group of young people. So it is with great pleasure that I announce that this year's winner of the My Money, My Future Canadian Financial Education Challenge is Danica and Valentina from Ontario for their project Breadwinner. Bravo! This is a board game that is sure to provide youth with a fun and engaging way to learn more about personal finance for years to come. Congratulations to Danica and Valentina. Félicitations.
Woohoo!
Hey!
Oh, wow. What an amazing achievement. We've been so blown away by the incredible presentations we've seen today. You're all winners in our eyes.
I definitely feel like a winner because there's pineapple on this pizza.
Yeah. Hey, it looks like Gary from CFE is trying to get the winners on a Zoom call right now, so stick around if you want to hear his Q&A with the winning team. In the meantime, we'll also show you the scores from our Kahoot game so you can see how well you did.
Thank you so much for letting us be your host today. It's been so fun traveling across the country with all of you. And I know this last year's been pretty challenging, but try to stay positive. And based on what we saw here today, all of you definitely have a very bright future ahead of you.
Agreed. All right. I think it's time to say bye, Andy.
Bye, Andy!
Oh, can you guys hear anything in the background? Okay.
Sure. Danica and Valentina, how exciting it must be for you. I think you had a chance to see the incredible projects undertaken by others, and now you guys came out on top. How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed.
How about Valentina? How are you feeling right now?
I'm sweating a little bit, shaking a little bit. I think that neither of us expected it just because, I mean, we saw the other projects and they were amazing. They were phenomenal. Like, absolutely everybody killed it. They did amazing. And so we were like just in awe of everyone else, all our partners in this contest.
Mm-hmm. And you say you got a lot of noise going on in the background with parents, I take it?
I do. My parents and my sister, they're definitely celebrating right now.
Yeah, my parents came running in. They were on a Zoom call for work, but they had it on like the side tab, and they just came running in to say congrats. It's crazy. Not expecting that at all. Oh my God.
No, me neither. Oh wow.
And what are you going to do with your prize money? That's a significant amount of money.
I mean, I think we can.
What are you going to do with it, Valentina? Any plans?
I think I can speak for both of us when we say it's going straight to savings, and then first, like post high school education, we want to be able to get ahead in this world, and we know that university is the way to do that, and so we will be using that to try and pay off some of our debts for university. And yeah,
because we have very ambitious futures, so we need to make sure we have finance there, so that's not on our minds on top of everything else. And also we're probably going to take some of it to help donate to different charities right now because of what happened in BC with the residential school. We really want to do our part and help take some ease off of that, so we'll definitely be donating some money.
Yeah.
Great. Has your experience in this particular project and now winning it created new ambitions for you in terms of what you hope to do? Valentina?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that this project in general has been just a joy to work with Danica. I mean, she's one of my best friends in school, and she's an incredible person, academically and creatively. And so just being able to work with her has been a great experience. As well as I'm also taking 2 business classes at the moment with Mr. Allen from my school and Miss Carr from my school. So just all of this together, all the business has been kind of pushing me towards the business industry even more than I've already been pushed. And I don't know, it's just given me a lot of confidence and a lot of hope for the future.
That's great
definitely.
to hear. Danica?
Yeah, honestly, this competition has really helped me open up to take more risks, to take part of stuff. It was a great opportunity, and I'll definitely be looking forward to stuff like this in the future in grade 12 because we still have got a year left of high school. And yeah, it made me like way more passionate about business because like I like it. I thought it was okay, but doing this contest, it's so much fun. I'm so excited to see where like our futures are going to end up in the business world. I like the idea of medicine and business. Val likes fashion and business. So I think we could do some really cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm delighted. I think we have your teacher joining us, so we're going to turn it over to him in a second. But just before we do, I think probably just before teacher comes parent. And probably both of you would like to have a word to say about your parents, I would imagine. Valentina?
I mean, they are amazing. My parents and my sister, both of them, all of them. I mean, they've supported me every step of the way in this project, including like late night stressful calls with Danica. You know, both my parents kind of go to sleep a bit early. So, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock calling Danica, and they were just extremely patient with me and just extremely helpful. And my dad and my mom, both of them have worked in the business sector, and my dad still currently works in the business sector, and they've really been like just the foundation for this. My dad especially, he's kind of pushed me towards it, and he's just been like, all of them have just been extremely supportive. And I'm sorry, I'm so nervous. I don't even know.
That's all right. The parents are good for that. Danica?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm so happy how my parents were there, like Valentina said, just like the backbone of everything, keeping us together when we're falling apart, because we'd work for so long during the days to get it done. But we definitely wouldn't have made it without them. Also, I'm just so grateful for like the exposure of business they gave to us growing up, like we mentioned in our video and stuff like that, because that just really opened me up to more opportunities in business and just helped me find the passion I have for business, which really helped us in this competition. So I'm very grateful for them.
Excellent. And then after parents, of course, might want to say a word or two about your teacher, Valentina?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had Mr. Allen as my business teacher since the 9th grade. And I think that he can testify for this, that in the 9th grade and possibly even part of the 10th, I didn't take business way too seriously. But I did extremely enjoy his class. And I mean, both of my teachers, all of my business teachers, but Mr. Allen in particular has always kind of been there for us. And, when we were having tech issues, when we were having any issues at all, he was still emailing us back and forth at 11:30 for support, which is just crazy to me. I mean, for me, by 11:30, I'm out like a light. So, just having him there, and he's honestly, like, he's been a great teacher, both finance-wise and for life as well. I mean, he's taught us a lot of important life lessons, and I have him for international business right now. And I can tell that, like, from like the workload, like from what we're learning, it's not just about finance for him. It's about teaching students for life, preparing them for the future. And yeah, he's just always been there for us. And I think that thank you to all of our teachers, honestly.
Danica, we'll give you a chance, Trim, before we go to Mr. Allen.
Yeah, no, I totally agree again with everything Valentina said. Mr. Allen's just a great teacher who really cares about his students, which is rare to find, but it's really nice. Like Val said, he would be emailing us at night before like our project was due to make sure everything was in, to make sure we're all okay. And also just the fact that he opened up this opportunity to our class is really great, and I'm so happy about that, because yeah, without him, we would have never taken this contest. So yeah, again, very grateful for Mr. Allen.
That's great, Mr. Allen. Congratulations to you. You must be feeling very proud, and just a representation of what teachers are capable to do when they're able to inspire students. What would you like to say to these young ladies right now?
Oh, just so proud. Myself and everybody at Canterbury High School, all the teachers know, and they all knew about the award ceremony today, and they're all they're all congratulating, and wishing you luck going on. So we are all super proud of you, and I'm all about making opportunities available, and that was the scenario here, making them aware of these contests, making them available, and embedding them into the curriculum and the courses, and then Danica and Valentina just ran with it, like super impressive. Like the work and the time and the effort they put in was unbelievable. So I just made it as an assignment in my course, encouraged them along the way, and then they spent so much in extra hours, much of their spring break, and then they're doing all their other coursework. So I'd see them in class, they have them in their class, and then I know that they would be going home and after and kind of working on this. So just incredible. I just knew, I know what the students can achieve if you give them the opportunity, and Danica and Valentina just exemplify that. Very, very proud of them.
Thank you, Mr.
Great, and I'll give you one more opportunity to comment here too. And in terms of programs like this, I know that teachers are always looking for opportunities for their students to be able to partake in things even beyond the classroom and extend learning. What did you think of this particular program and other programs like it?
I love it, and all my courses, business courses I teach, there's a plethora of different contests and extensions of it. So I work hard to kind of embed them in. And so when I saw this contest, I said, this is perfect, because it left it very wide open. Whatever resonates with the students, choose whatever option. They didn't constrain you with time. They didn't constrain you with platform. They didn't constrain you. Said, hey, as long as it has that financial literacy connection. So I really like that. So the students could, find a passion and make the connection with it, and they're able to run with it. And breadwinner, I couldn't believe it when I saw the final product and the things, like just such a professional piece. So those supports are just invaluable in my class, and I search out them and I embed them, and they really make the courses more meaningful.
Well, I think you also used one of the words, and for our last question here, I'd like to build on that because I think one of the young ladies mentioned it too, and that is passion and how important that is in life. And maybe both of you seem to have found your passion, but what would you like to say to fellow students in terms of the importance of finding an area of passion and how important it can be in your life? Valentina first, maybe.
Yeah, I think that you can never really do a good job or a phenomenal job or even be happy in life unless what you're doing means something to you. And personally, for me with business, it's gone more than that. I want to be able to enter the fashion management area and industry because the fashion industry, as much as I love it, as much as I love the creativity and the brilliant minds behind it, it's had a severe impact on people all around the globe, as well as climate change. I mean, the fashion industry is a significant factor in the greenhouse gases, and so the only way to do that, the only way to make changes from the inside. But if you don't have the passion to do something, then you're not going to get very far, and you're not going to be very happy. So make sure that whatever you're doing, it puts a smile on your face.
Danica.
So yeah, like Val said, that passion's like really important for doing like the best job that you can, especially since we're gonna have our job for the next like 40-50 years. You don't want to be stuck doing something you like don't really like for all that time. So it's important to find something you enjoy. Like I never thought I had a passion for business, but it's the matter of like finding something, even though you might not think it's your passion, and working towards it. And if you keep on like working and building on it, then you'll start to gain a passion because you get good at it and you enjoy doing it. So yeah, it's very important. And like any youth watching, take part in the contests like these, even if you're just semi-interested, like I said, because you never know where it's going to lead you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you both. And I want to, on Mr. Allen, thank you and all teachers like you for inspiring kids and providing them with this opportunity to participate. I would like to thank, before we go, all the judges who helped us along the way to make hard decisions, but good decisions. I'd like to thank everybody who's joined us here today and watched, and I'd like to thank all of the other contestants who participated, as well as the students and young people from across this country who applied their creativity to share their projects and their ideas with us. It's been incredibly rewarding for us, very inspirational, and I would like to thank CIBC, our partner, for helping to make it all possible. So to all of you, congratulations once again. I know that you both have very bright futures ahead of you, and Mr. Allen, I know you have many other futures to open doors for, and I wish you luck there too. So thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to do this again next year, maybe when we can join in person. So all the best to all. Congratulations.
Thank
you. Thank you much, Gary.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, good job.